So today we're going to talk about heaven. In Judaism, heaven is called Shamayim. So Shamayim is actually, remember in the video about Gehinnom, about hell, I said Gehinnom is worse than you think. Well, this time in Shamayim, Shamayim's better than you think. Yes, imagine Shamayim right now, it's not even a percentage of Shamayim. So now, if you haven't checked the video about Gehinnom, then I might as well, I might as well send the link down below to tell you about the video about Gehinnom, but there's a warning at the first part because it's very scary. It doesn't show scary pictures. It shows how reality is. It's not about people of gun and shoot you in the head. No, it's about angels who throw you to Gehinnom. Anyways, let's not talk about the negative. Let's talk about the positive. To tell you how great Shamayim is, I'm gonna tell you a story. And this is not a parable. This is a story. This is a true story. There was once a sage. His name was Vilna Gaon. And there's another sage, and I forgot his name. Let's just call him the second sage. So now, those two sages, they both have wives. Of course, they have wives because the first commandment is be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. So now, they had wives. And their wives were actually collecting charity and giving it to charity. So they're doing two great mitzvot here, two great commandments. Making others do a commandment and doing themselves a commandment. They're getting charity, and here you go. Like a human chain. Give me that. Here you go. So now, after they are doing it, they also had another deal. First one to die, the other one who's still living will get the money. He'll continue, you get it. She'll get the money and continue to do it. Well, I'm not sure based on the story. Maybe not continue to give it. Maybe she got it. She inherited it. Okay. So now, after they had an agreement at that deal, the wife of the Vilna Gaon, the wife of the second sage died. Yes, she died, the first one to die. So now, the wife of the Vilna Gaon was now sleeping. She was now going to sleep. The wife of the Vilna Gaon was now about to sleep. When she slept, she dreamt a dream. And in that dream of hers, the second sage's wife went to the dream of the wife of the Vilna Gaon. So now, and the second sage's wife said, I'm in a place, a wonderful place. It's so wonderful. I have good pleasure here. I can't tell you how good the pleasure is in here. And the wife of the Vilna Gaon said, oh, you can search Vilna Gaon, not Vanilla Gaon, Vilna Gaon. He's searching Google. It's Vilna Gaon. He's a great sage. Never wasted his time. Never a minute wasted his time. And then the wife of the Vilna Gaon said, I'm so happy. You know why she was so happy? Because they both did the same thing. So it means she's also going to enjoy that pleasure. And the second sage's wife said, no, you're definitely not in my rank. You're not in my level. You're even a higher level than me. You know why? Because the wife of the Vilna Gaon was the one to do this. And it's embarrassing to do that. Imagine, you go walk to the street. You see a bus driver, you do this. So embarrassing, right? And all the people will see you. All the passengers will see you. And the people on the sidewalk will see you. What is this man? What is he doing? What's she doing? What is this? So embarrassing. So she got the embarrassment, she got the pay, she got the suffering, she got the embarrassment, she's going to higher level. Yes, if you suffer while doing a good deed, we call it a mitzvah. A mitzvah is a commandment. When you're suffering on doing a mitzvah, you get a higher level. You know why? Because suffering minuses your payment. It means you have a sin. And you need to be punished. Instead of punishing you in Gehinnom, you're going to punish by suffering in this world. That's one way how to avoid Gehinnom. That's one way, by suffering. Anyways, let's go to Shamayim. Shamayim is again heaven. So now, I could name few people. There are few people. Okay, name. There are five people I know, but there are actually 10 people who went to Shamayim with their clothes, with their bodies, physical bodies. Yes, there are other people who went to Shamayim, but with their souls, not with their bodies. But people who went to Shamayim with their bodies alive. There are 5 people I know. There are actually 10. There's 10 people. One person of the 5 I know is a goy, a Gentile. See? You could still be a Gentile and go to heaven alive. This is a Gentile. His name is, let's start from the first to the last generation. First is Enoch. Second, Eliezer, the servant of Avraham. Abraham. Enoch, Eliezer, the servant of Abraham. Third, Yechezkel, Ezekiel. Fourth is Eliyahu, Elijah the prophet. And fifth is, let's think now, maybe I forgot it. Enoch, Eliezer. Oh my goodness. Enoch, Eliezer, Serach, a girl. This is the daughter of Asher, Serach. If you see the genealogy line of Jacob, you can see Jacob to Asher to Serach. Serach was the one who played the harp, because here's the story. His brother, Joseph's brothers went to Egypt to get food from the famine. And then they were sent back, and they said, Joseph is alive, but we can't tell father that, Father, our brother Joseph is alive. You know, he's alive, and he's a ruler of Egypt. His father would die. Yaakov Avinu, Jacob, would die because of happiness. And they couldn't do it instantly, directly to him. So, they made Serach play the harp and play a song that would tell that Joseph is alive. Joseph is Joseph in Hebrew. It would tell that Joseph was alive, and that he was the ruler of Egypt. And then Yaakov heard this song, and then he blessed her granddaughter Serach, and she was the one to go to Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, alive. Garden of Eden is in Shamayim, it's in heaven. So now, it's Enoch, Eliezer, Serach, Eliyahu, Elijah, and Yechezkel, Ezekiel. So, all these 5 people who I know, but there's actually 10, it's great news that there's actually a Gentile, a righteous Gentile, to go there. It's actually good news, because this is an example of a righteous Gentile that you don't need to be a Jew to go to heaven. In fact, this Gentile is a descendant of Canaan. Canaan, son of Ham, son of Noah. Canaan was cursed by Noah. He was cursed by Noah, and his descendants will be cursed until now. Who's Canaan? It's Palestine. Canaan is Palestine. So Canaan was cursed, and Canaan's descendant was Eliezer. And even this shows an example. Even if you're Gentile, even if you're cursed, you can still be righteous and go to heaven, Shamayim, alive. Remember, the pleasure of Shamayim is not this pleasure. If you take, this is an analogy, okay? This gives us a great analogy. If you take all the all the pleasures of all generations, combine it together, will not be equal to 1 hour in Shamayim. It's so wonderful. That's why the wife of the second sage said to the wife of the Vilna Gaon while the Vilna Gaon's wife was sleeping, This is a good place. I can't explain it to you how great this is. She can't describe it as great because it's greater than great. She can't describe it as awesome because it's more awesome than awesome. See? In the 7th layer of Shamayim, that is where the heavenly court and God's throne. I don't know what exactly means God's throne, because God is everywhere. Because if you think God is in one space, that's it. That's already, it's not good. You know why? Because you're thinking God is limited. God is everywhere. Everywhere you go, even if you hide underground. Because God is forever in eternity. His kingship rules forever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.